Greetings everyone, great to be with you again. We may be getting nearer to the end of our isolation by the sounds of things, so we'll see what happens in the next week or so. It won't be just yet, but I will consider reducing the sessions to 2 per week and then maybe 1 per week. Sounds like I'm weaning you off meditation, but in fact I'm trying to wean you onto it in your own time, in your own way, so that you have your own ability to do it without any assistance, which is good, but it's always nice to have some group work and some assistance with it too. I fully understand that. I feel that if you have been consistent with the practice 3 times per week for the last 7 weeks, you will have established the habit. But habits are very easily broken if you don't remain diligent. Good habits, unfortunately, sometimes are easier to break than bad habits. Those bad habits tend to cling and hang on, whereas good habits we can sort of get a bit complacent. So be diligent. The test will come when life returns to, well, I won't say normal, but to what it was before COVID-19. And life will be different. I'm quite sure of that. I'm quite positive about it and happy with the changes that will be in our lives. They're all right and proper, I'm sure. So it is, I believe, in our best interest to have regular meditation in our life for our physical, emotional, mental and spiritual health and well-being. This actually helps us to really have balance in our life. Have a read of Dr. Ian Gawler's newsletters and blogs. You can find him in Google, I'm sure. And if I can't convince you, maybe he will. He has a lot of background and proof of how meditation has really helped him so much and remains as a really important part of his life. Right, so today I'm going to remind you of the techniques we have practiced to date. We're not going to practice them, I just want to remind you. So you can always go back to sessions and revise. It never does any harm to do that. So first off, posture and relaxation. Body scan. Don't skip this preparation. You know it so well by now, and it is a very important part of your relaxation, yes, and your meditation practice. We've done breath awareness, of course, various ways to focus the mind on the breath. Remember this one. I know I'm breathing in. I know I'm breathing out. That's a lovely one to just accompany your settling breath. We've applied various counting techniques to help gain a sense of control over the life force in our body, the pranic energy. We've done the 4-6 breath technique, that's my favourite. We've done 6-3-6-3. That's a nice one with the retention after in and out breath. That's a really good one to practice. We've done the 4-8 and the 8-8 and the 8-8-8. Keep those up, please. Not all at once, as I've said before, but from time to time when you feel you need it. These are the techniques that you can draw upon. Now remember also when relaxing, the warm liquid light flowing through the body to help you relax. I love that one particularly. Our visualizations, the still, calm lake, that's always a lovely one. And the lotus flower opening in the heart to reveal the jewel from which you can radiate that love and compassion out into the world or to anyone or to yourself whenever you do it. Placing the inner gaze toward the eyebrow center is another really important aspect of your preparation. Please try to develop that habit, not forcing it, of course, but to just simply have it there. It will become quite easy in the end. Affirmations. Affirmations, I can't stress how important they are in our life and in our practices. There is enough time. It is mine in abundance now. Remember that one? That's a good one to just remind you that you do have enough time. Divine peace fills me. Beautiful words to take into the silence of your meditation. With affirmations, you must say them, think them, repeat them, write them, just over and over again to change certain thinking patterns of your mind and to really stimulate potential and what I would call creative forces in your body and mind and consciousness. So keep up those affirmations. The tensing and relaxing with double breath out. That's really one that we practice regularly, and I'm sure you won't forget that. Using a word like peace to take into your silent meditation time. That's really helpful too. And then more lately, the mantras Hong Saw and Om Mani Padme Hum. So remember that a body that is relaxed and calm invites mental peace. Use all these techniques. As I said, I'll say it again, not all at once. Don't overload yourself. Sometimes you may not have half an hour or an hour to practice. You might have 10 minutes. So just choose one of those techniques that will help you to be the best you can for that amount of time. Just be very kind and compassionate to yourself. There is enough time. We've got the rest of our life to continue with this, and it's a journey, or it's a practice that's well worth making part of our life. Now, I want to stress also that techniques, as we've talked of just now, techniques are not meditations in themselves. They are the means by which you can enter into the stillness of meditation. You may have felt that beginning to happen already. So you don't get stuck on the fact that these techniques are your meditation. No, they're not. They're the means by which you enter your meditation. So our meditation today is about creating good habits and destroying bad ones. I'm drawing on the teachings of Yoganandaji, and his words are gold as far as this is concerned, because he has a wonderful way of teaching and imparting his knowledge. Of course, he's long gone. He is no longer on earth, but in vibration, he certainly is. So let's get started with a good habit, our tensing and relaxing. So just settle back into your sitting posture, your meditation posture. It's time now, and there is enough time. 3 times together, breathing in through your nose. Hold the breath with tension throughout your body and release with the double breath. Let go of all that tension in your body. Inhale again. Hold with tension and release. Last time, inhale. Hold with tension and release with the double breath. Letting go of all tension. letting go of all thoughts of the world, and turn your mind inward now into that temple of peace within yourself. That's where you go for your meditation, letting go of all the worries and concerns and expectations of the world around us. And scan through your body just as a matter of course. Just feel your head is poised, that your face is calm and relaxed, that your shoulders are dropped, arms, hands and fingers relaxed, whole torso, front and back. You're upright, without rigidity, beautifully poised for meditation. Your legs are relaxed, feet firmly grounded. And bring your mind in and around your breath rhythm now. It is just as it is before we begin this practice. And I want you to do the 6-3-6-3 for a minute or so. Inhaling 6, hold 3. Exhaling 6, hold 3. If it becomes a little bit, if you feel a bit agitated with the breath, if it's not flowing easily, just stop and breathe naturally. Otherwise, please continue. And now release the breath rhythm. Breathe just as the body demands. If you need, as we've done before, to regulate your breathing, take a deep breath in and a double breath out. Always remember that you can do that. Now, the mind may tell you, this is in relation to habits, the mind may tell you that you cannot free yourself from a particular habit. But habits are nothing but repetitions of your own thoughts, and these you have the capacity to change. So just as we try to change a thought pattern or a belief in our mind with good affirmations, we are, when we repeat the beliefs of our bad habits, they're like affirmations as well. So we're reinforcing them every time we do these bad habits, or we tell ourselves that they're all right and we can't live without them. You can do it. The mind may tell you that you cannot free yourself from a particular habit, but habits are nothing but repetitions of your own thoughts, and these you have the capacity to change. So Yogananda said, through the power of deep concentration trained attention, any habit may be installed. That is, new patterns may be made in the brain almost instantaneously and at will. Willpower is a very, very important thing. Have you heard of the scientific term plasticity of the brain? It's been around for a long time now. Well, it's been proven, and really there is endless potential. So we meditate now, drawing from, as I said, the teachings of Paramahansaji and his affirmations. So feel your eyes lightly closed. Just relax, be open and receptive. Think of one bad habit that you want to get rid of. One, only one. And I suggest that you might start with something manageable, not too deeply entrenched. Save the harder ones for later. So just start with more simpler habits that you want to change and build that muscle of change, of willpower. So think of that habit that you want to change. And affirm with me now, just repeat after me. I am free. I am free of that habit now. I am free. And again, I am free. I am free of that habit now. I am free. I am free. I am free of that habit now. I am free. Hold on to that thought of freedom. Forget the bad habit. Hold on to that thought of freedom. And just sit with that now for a moment. You don't have to dwell on what the bad habit is, but rather in the silence of your meditation, dwell on freedom. Dwell on the fact that you are free. Now mentally say with me now, just mentally, I shall remold my consciousness. I am a new person. I shall change my consciousness again and again until I have driven away all the darkness of my ignorance and manifested the shining light of Spirit in whose image I am made. You see, we're not those bad habits. That's not what we need to identify ourselves to. We are that shining light of spirit. At our essence, that's who we are. And again, just a few moments of stillness to dwell on that wonderful quality, that soul quality, that shining light of spirit that is within us all. Hold on to that thought now. And coming back now, see if you can hold on to that thought, that quality that you have planted once again in your subconscious, that you are that shining light of spirit. If you really want to rid yourself of bad habits, you have no greater recourse than meditation. Remember that every time you meditate, beneficial changes take place in the patterns of your brain. We can help those patterns change by these meditations with that intention. You know, you're really nourishing that part of yourself that has so much more potential than what we actually think we have. We really can train the mind and the consciousness to do exactly what we need it to do and to be. So, coming to the end of our practice now, perhaps stay longer, and I really encourage you to perhaps listen to this one again and do this meditation if you want to change a habit, and let that prove to yourself. You know, there's no better way to understand these teachings than to prove it to yourself. Don't believe anything or anyone that says anything to you until you prove it to yourself. That's how I've always done it anyway, and that's why the interest and the motivation develops more and more, because you know that it works. So have a lovely day, and again, lots of blessings and love to you all. I look forward to seeing you, and soon maybe, but also hearing from you whenever you like. Lots of love.